I'm bulletproof.
You're dead.
Sorry about your window,
Have a
but
good night.
you're welcome for not getting robbed. Oh, hey, what's up? I'm a superhero.
Hello, my fellow advocates, and welcome back to the Fan Advocacy Network. I just got done watching The Real Captain Marvel, also known as Shazam, and it was an absolute blast. It was fantastic. So first of all, let me just say that I don't have any insider access. I don't have any special screenings. I don't have the ability to watch the movie and do a review so that when the review embargo lifts, I can just send out my review. No, I watch it on the day that it released. I saw it on the very first viewing, the same as anyone else can, because I think doing that adds to the credibility of the review, because not only do you get to experience the movie, you get to experience the audience reaction, and you get to see how full the audience is. So when I went to see Captain Marvel, the theater was about a fourth of the way full. There were so many empty seats, you basically could lay down on all these recliners. There were so many vacancies. With Shazam, it was elbow to elbow. People were jam-packed in there. I thought, wow, this is amazing. And the audience response was positive. People were laughing. People were having a good time. There were kids and adults there. It was a wide range of people. In fact, the reason why I even mention that is because I did notice the fact that there were older people there and younger people there, and they weren't together. It wasn't like they were taking their kids. It was people who went to see the movie probably because it looked funny and it looked interesting, and everyone was laughing and having a good time. It was an absolute joy. And I think this movie shows you what you can do. Now, not every superhero movie has to be this. In fact, I would not encourage anyone to copy this style. I would say do your own style. Take a bit of a risk, because that's what this movie did. It combined Free Willy with Big and Superman, and people go, Free Willy? Really? That reference? What? How old are you? I saw Free Willy in theaters, okay? Back in, was it 1996? God, that's so long ago. I feel so old. I saw Free Willy in theaters. The reason why I'm mentioning it is because the foster kid element worked then and it worked now. In Free Willy, the kid is a troubled youth. He's in the foster system. He's run away from home. He's looking for his real mother. You have a foster employee who was black, by the way. That's the hilarious thing. As I was noticing the beats between Free Willy and Shazam, it was also a black social worker that was working with the kid in Free Willy and in Shazam. I just find that funny, especially considering the fact that I hear from SJWs that black people have never been in movies ever, and Black Panther was the first time that black people have ever been on the big screen. But I just thought that was humorous that you had that same dynamic right down to the racial makeup. It was perfect, and it worked. It absolutely worked. And so this kid eventually finds a loving foster home. They have a bit of tension at first. They have that line of, you're not my real father, you're not my real brothers. But then they eventually come together, they work together, and it's just a beautiful and dynamic thing that just endears you to all the characters. And in this one, that is absolutely what happened. I loved every bit of it. It's so refreshing to be able to come to you and say that. After having to deal with the bile of Captain Marvel, the real Captain Marvel delivers something that is pleasurable and interesting and fun and dynamic. And here's the thing. Here's what Captain Marvel didn't do and couldn't do. Captain Marvel didn't get me excited for Captain Marvel 2. Shazam absolutely did. I am pumped for Shazam 2. I want to see Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson as Black Adam and him be the most electrifying man in sports and entertainment, right across from Zachary Levi. And I think that they were brilliant to not have him in this movie. Having Black Adam in this movie, having Dwayne Johnson in this movie would have completely killed it, because he would have overshadowed everything. And this one, they have a villain that's menacing enough, but he's not overbearing. It's enough to keep you interested and keep the tone kind of light, but not exactly as light as you would expect. This isn't just a plain kids movie. There are elements for adults. There are deeper themes. There are emotions going around. There are conversations. The dialogue is actually pretty good. good. So all in all, I think you get the general idea. I very much enjoyed the movie. It was worth every penny. Well, of course it is. You guys are paying for it right now. The SJWs and my audience are paying for me to go see the movie right now. By the way, cheap plug, make sure that you subscribe, leave a like, leave a comment. It drives SJWs crazy to see my numbers rise as quickly as they do. So there you go. If you don't promote yourself, who is going to promote you? You know, people say, oh, they're so cheap. You got to put yourself out there. So anyway, guys, the movie is fantastic. It's worth a watch. It's worth you going out there and you seeing it. I think this movie deserves your support. I'm not advocating that all movies be like this. I think that they have a place for movies like Deadpool, movies like this, movies like Wonder Woman, and movies like Black Panther, and movies like Endgame. I think that all of these movies can coexist and can be profitable and be interesting. I think that all of these superhero movies have a place to exist, and I am so excited to see what happens next, and I'm hoping that DC decides to do more movies like this. One-offs, things that are individual. You don't have to release Batman and then Superman and then do a combination film. Marvel's done that to great success, but you can't copy them. You've got to do your own thing. And so DC, please continue taking risks like this, and I will support you 100%. I don't support the fact that you hired Zoe Quinn to work on your comic books, but that's completely different. The comic book industry, you are botching that up terribly, but the movies, you're starting to come around. Wonder Woman and Aquaman and Shazam were all fantastic. Were all beautifully done, well-crafted stories with great actors and actresses, and it was an experience that I would definitely go and pay to see again. That is the beauty of what you have created, and so I commend you. I hat tip you. The Fan Advocacy Network will support when movies do things that are good and do marketing campaigns that are not antagonistic towards the fans. And so, ladies and gentlemen, that's where I'm going to leave things today. I think that you should definitely go and support this movie. I think that you should definitely go out there and give it a watch. If you have seen Shazam already, let me know in the comments what you thought about it. Did you agree with my observations? Did you agree with my reference to Free Willy? I know that some people may be too young to understand that reference, but when I was growing up, Free Willy was the biggest thing in the world due to Michael Jackson. And so for me, it stuck out, the Foster scene. And so, yeah, I just can't get over how much fun I had with this movie. It was better than I thought. And so if I could leave you with one thing, it would be that I had more fun than I thought I would. Now, I guess maybe I should add one final thing. If you're going into this movie thinking that it's going to be some universe breaker and some kind of, oh, we gotta save the entire cosmos because a giant purple monster just snapped half the universe out of existence. No, that's not what it is. It is a simple origin story that tells a coming-of-age tale. And it does it in a way that is just beautifully executed. And there are references abound. If you liked Big, if you liked Rocky, if you liked Batman. You know, they used the Batarang in one of those scenes. Everything in this movie was tailored to DC fans, to general audiences. It was marketed great. I guess I'm still in a bit of shock that a movie wasn't marketed with identity politics. It wasn't marketed with hateful rhetoric against fans and consumers. It's just Zachary Levi wasn't out there saying that you're all bigots and I hate you and that it's so hard to be a hero, that it's so hard to play in a movie. No, just genuine joy and love for the role that he's playing. And on Twitter, he retweeted images from Kanan White and others when it came to Shazam because they had a Drawn and Quartered, which is a show that Mike S. Miller, Blacklist Universe, the YouTube channel, puts on. And it's all professional artists. I mean, just the best of the best in the comic world going out there and drawing whatever the theme happens to be for the day. And so they did Shazam. And Zachary Levi was retweeting those pictures, and they were all beautiful. I mean, Kyle Ritter did the coloring for Mike S. Miller's drawing. It's just stunning, beautiful, great artwork. But the main thing is that Brie Larson would never do something like that. She would never retweet artwork from people like Mike S. Miller or Ethan Van Sciver or John Malin because, oh, they're Comicsgate, they're haters. She would probably call them Nazis because she's somebody of low class, low character, and low intelligence, and Zachary Levi clearly isn't. He's somebody who loves the role. He enjoys it. I hope to see if they do another Justice League movie and get it right that he is in there because he absolutely deserves it. Anyway, guys, thank you for listening. Thank you for watching. Thank you for subscribing watching, my channel is exploding, and you guys are the reason that I'm able to go and watch these movies and do these reviews, and you are the lifeblood of this channel. So I want to give you a genuine, heartfelt thank you. Anyway, guys, thanks for watching, and I will see you next time.